Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Hose and Boats podcast. This is episode 2, here with Chris Toaster, David D. Willie, and Just Joel. And today we're going to be talking about basically how Corona has affected us so far. I think David's got a few questions to start us off.
Yeah, how are you guys handling yourselves? I know I'm kind of like working out like crazy. I don't know, I'm just trying to keep myself busy because I had a really busy life before all this, with classes and the gymnastics team, and I was working in a couple labs for research at school, and now I have no responsibilities. I'm out of classes, but I'm starting summer classes next week, and I don't know, I think I'm just chasing things to do to kind of spend my time. So how are you guys spending your time?
Well, I honestly feel like I'm being so much more productive now than I was when I was in school, which is kind of weird because, I don't know. I feel like I just have less distractions and more time to just, work out in the mornings because, I can choose when I want to do my classes,
Yeah, it's because you can't drink with the boys. You fucked hard.
That's it.
No, I actually agree with Joel. I feel like I've been more productive in getting stuff done, getting ahead on things. Some of my grades have actually improved since we did school. So, yeah, not complaining about that. Yeah. But yeah, like you said, David, I start summer classes next week too, or not next week, the week after, the 11th.
Gotcha.
I think. And
I think
so. I got finals this week.
Yeah, I think being on a team kind of forced me to be pretty on top of my stuff this semester, and
oh yeah, same here.
I know. Shut up. I think if I wasn't on a team, I would have a harder time with time management and stuff like that, because you don't have as many responsibilities. I know. So Chris and Joel are on a club team at Penn State, and I'm on the men's gymnastics team at Michigan, and we would have morning practices.
Varsity.
Yes, varsity. Most days we'd have morning workouts, and then most weekends we would have competitions, and so I would have to get my work done before we left, and I'd have to stay on top of everything because yes, the university will help you out, but because we aren't football or basketball, they're not going to help you out much. We're gymnastics, we're just wasting their money, right? So
yeah, that makes sense.
So basically, we just had to fend for ourselves out there, and I think that's really helped me for time management, because when we switched on to online classes, I got everything done so early. I finished 3 classes way ahead of schedule, and I found myself with nothing to do, which is a good problem to have in this time. I'd rather have that problem than being overwhelmed with a lot of homework. But yeah. I also think I probably had easier classes than you guys. You guys took some pretty hard semesters, right?
So far, they haven't been too bad. Coming up is the hard stuff for me. But yeah. Not too hard so far. And
Yeah, same here.
I was kind of surprised when you were talking about before, when you were saying that you just have all your classes done so early. I literally don't think that I'd be able to do that. I feel like I'd forget
it. I don't think that was possible for me.
Yeah, well, I kind of looked out, and some of my teachers were this is what we're doing, and you can go ahead and get ahead, and then just be there for the final. And so that's exactly what I did. I finished my work in a week, and then was just geared up about 3 days before the final, and so far so well. I've gotten all A's. I'm just waiting back for my last grade, which should be coming back soon. But Michigan finishes a little earlier than Penn State. I know you guys are awaiting some grades, if I'm not mistaken. So
yeah, this coming week is technically our finals week, so
right.
Yeah.
So how do you guys how do you guys feel about this upcoming semester? Do you think classes are going to be normal? Do you think we're actually going to have a real fall semester? What do you think's going to happen? I'm kind of worried for my school. Michigan's one of the hardest hit states right now. They just extended their stay-at-home order until the end of May. and it could be extended even longer, but it's at least till June for them. I'm currently in North Carolina. My family didn't want me in Michigan, which was probably a good thing to do. But I could definitely see that some of the big lecture halls next year are put to online classes, and maybe some of the smaller classrooms they continue to have in person, but I think there may be a mixture of both, depending on how, the timeline of this virus is. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, honestly, I'm just like super scared that it is going to be like that with online classes instead. And I'm just praying that it won't be, because I feel like my mom is going to do something weird, like not letting me go to school and stay in the apartment, or maybe like make me stop paying for the apartment since I technically don't need it. But I really just want to live up there. Like, I don't want to be cooped up in this house. Like, I've been here already.
Oh, for sure. I think everyone's stir crazy.
That.
Yeah. I mean, I'm like, at nights around like 8 o'clock, I feel like I'm losing my mind. Like, I'm like staring at the wall, like thinking of things. I'm like asked myself, I'm like, I need to do something. What did I have to do? And then I realize after like 5 minutes, I'm like, oh, I have nothing to do at all.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. And I'm definitely a person who always is like, okay, I can be a step ahead by like trying to get my work done or like looking ahead till next semester and start planning stuff. But, you can't do that because everything's changing so quick.
Yeah, it'll be like that for me once I take my final exams.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, same here.
It's
well, actually, no. I'll jump right into summer classes.
Right, yeah.
So,
and I think
I'm actually kind of thankful that I'm taking summer classes just because it's going to, like, give me something to do.
Yeah, no, that's...
Like, just something so I'm not just sitting around, like, staring at the wall all day, like you said. I'm actually going to, like, have something to take my mind off of that fact that there's nothing to do.
Yeah.
Outside of the house.
I agree. That was one of the reasons when I was signing up for classes, my mom was like, sign up for as many as you can, because David, you're going to lose your mind. And so I tried to pick like some of the hardest classes I could take just to keep my mind kind of active and not let it go to mush and only know things about Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Yeah. Hold on. Chris, have you like scheduled your classes for summer already?
Yeah. I'm taking 14 credits over the whole summer.
Okay.
So that's like a full semester right there.
Yeah.
That's good.
It should be 14.
That'll be super helpful.
What do you...
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely going to jump ahead a little bit.
What do you guys are thoughts on football? Because, football's relatively close now. Where we out? Like 3-4 months out. This would be... Most teams would have their spring training heading into summer training right now. Obviously, that's not happening. And we go to two of the biggest football schools in the nation. Michigan brings in a ton of money off their football team. We got 110,000 people in the stadium, like maybe 200,000 out of stadium tailgating, and our campus becomes just a whole party, a whole ass fucking party. And you guys, I hear, same case. So
absolutely.
What do you guys think about this season? Like, do you think it's gonna happen? I don't think it's gonna happen. I think because the football teams can't train, that's like it's impossible. But what are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think it's really gonna happen either. It's just like not gonna be enough time for everybody to train. So I think they're going to cancel it just to make sure people stay healthy. And also, if we have a projected spike again of corona in the fall or something, crowding, like you said, two of the biggest schools, crowding 100,000 people into one of the stadiums is just not going to be safe.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're not allowing to happen right now, because, 100,000 cases, what if it's 5% death rate? That's a decent amount of deaths right there. We're not going to let 5,000 people die.
Yeah.
Why can't they just have football games on Zoom?
Well, they're thinking about doing football games with no spectators.
Yeah, that would work too.
That'd be possible.
Everyone just in their apartments, like tailgating essentially.
Yeah, they're thinking about doing
Yeah.
that. I mean, obviously teams are going to lose money, but at least they'll get something back from TV rights and stuff. And I think that'd be a pretty good idea, but could you imagine?
Yeah. They could do like virtual tailgates or something like that.
yeah, that'd be...
I know they actually did because Penn State, we have a blue and white football game every spring.
Mm-hmm.
And this year they did like a virtual tailgate for it. They didn't actually have the game. They still just had the tailgate.
Sweet.
But it was all virtual. And they had like a couple of the players were on certain like Zoom calls and stuff that people could join and stuff like that. So it's really cool. I never got on, but I heard about it. So.
Got you. I think it's going to be weird for the players, though. Like, you always know about, you have that home field advantage because they're all, like, cheering for your team, or they scream really loud on defense so you can't hear the people making the calls. Like, can you imagine now these guys who've played in stadiums with 100,000 people go in and play when it's empty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be so weird. Because, I've never played a football game, but my favorite part is when everyone's cheering and we got, like, the wave going on.
Mm-hmm. I've talked to players, and they say that's, like, one of their favorite things. Just, like, when, they're in the end zone starting the game, and they're, like, trying to get the crowd to get loud and stuff. Because, like, the crowd makes an impact.
Yeah.
There's like...
just empowers them.
Oh, 100%. Like, football is an emotional
It's probably
sport.
one of the biggest forms of motivation for them during the game and stuff like that. It's
100%.
just having everybody just, like, the whole stadium just screaming and yelling.
100%. And that, like, obviously gymnastics is no comparison to football, but we got a small glimpse of that at Oklahoma when we had a couple thousand people come to our competition, and we were on high bar. And, like, just everyone in there was just screaming, like, go blue. And, like, I was, like, getting chills because I had never had this many people, like, cheering for me and my team. And, that was the first time we beat Oklahoma in a dual meet in about 14 years. And so, like, if that's just a small glimpse of what those football players feel, then I can't imagine playing without that. Because, even in high school games, we're talking about the best players in the nation, they get a good couple thousand people easily at every football game they went to in high school. Easily. And, that goes up 100-fold in college, so I can't fathom what toll it's taking on them. But, this virus is going to take a huge toll, I think, on these non-revenue sports like our sport, gymnastics, maybe like rowing, golf is another one, even baseball, stuff like that's going to take a hit because football pays for our sports. What are you guys' thoughts on that? Do you think some of these sports are going to have to end? Like, there's talks of suspending them, so.
I think it's possible, yeah, especially with such a big loss of money. I don't know what else they're going to do. It's not like they could... they could absolutely jack up prices of tickets, but it wouldn't be the smartest play.
Right.
Given that people are already skeptical about even going to the games if they were to host them. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really think the question is, like, what's not going to be affected, and I'm really interested to see what's going to happen to, like, stuff like scholarships for certain sports.
100%. I know I got an email from Michigan recently saying they're projected to lose over $500 million. And so, like what are they going to do? That's so much money. And, money controls everything for us right now. And so I don't know. I could definitely see my sport not being sport anymore. And, if you guys listen to this, please support our sport. Try to help us through this. But, it's a crazy thought, and you just kind of have to take it. It is what it is,
Yeah.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
All right, folks. Well, all this talk about, all this situations got me kind of thinking, like, is the end of the world coming? Like, are we about to have an apocalypse? Have you guys seen pictures of airports?
Oh, no.
Bro, no one's fucking there.
Yeah.
No one. No, bro, I could fly out to Vegas right now for like $20.
Except you couldn't because they're closed, aren't they?
Not all airports.
Just go.
You
stay
can
with
still
Mitch.
travel domestically.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could fly to New York, but some airports you can
No.
fly.
Probably can't fly out of New York.
I mean, I don't know if you would
Yeah.
want to fly to New York.
No, no one's gonna be flying to New York.
I mean,
for
fly to New
while.
York. Yeah, exactly. It just wouldn't be a good idea to begin with, so I don't think
Yeah.
anybody's gonna do it.
You better have your limes ready because you about to get corona. Like, jeez. Yeah, but all this talk about, corona having us isolated and all these people die, have me like, kind of worried about the end of the world and like, doomsday.
Yeah, no, like the amount of TikToks that I've seen with conspiracy theories about like everything that's been happening and how like it follows a pattern and they're all like, whoa, it's going down. It's like, it's so weird.
I'm just waiting for someone to come out and be like, Bush did Corona.
I mean, there's
JFK
obviously the
did
talks
corona.
about. There's obviously the talks about China doing corona.
Yeah. Oh, they got their first case
Oh,
a little
yeah.
bit ago. China got their
What?
first corona case a little bit ago, I think I saw.
That's
Where it started.
Oh, okay. I'm just dumb then. I swear I saw
Are you
something.
kidding
that
me?
said
Are you kidding me? No way. No way you just said that. Okay. Oh my god, there is no... Okay, China notably had it in Wuhan in November.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm...
Trump coined the phrase that this was the Chinese virus.
Yeah, it comes from China. But that, like, I think when I saw
Dude, I
this
can't believe
one
it took
thing,
this long for them to get their first case.
Oh, no, we can't... No, Joe, we're not leaving this side. No, how did you not hear that it was from
No, I
China?
think I knew that it was from China. I didn't know that they had
What were
it.
you thinking when you said
I guess I knew that and I heard that, but I just kind of disregarded it because everyone has it.
Oh, so you knew it was from China, but you didn't know they had it.
Yeah,
So you
yeah,
thought somebody just took the bat
Yes.
and left.
Yeah, it's
And it
crazy.
came to the U.S.
A cooked bat
And then had
from
some-
China flew over, even though it was dead and fried, probably. And someone in New York ate it. Actually, Washington, because it made...
No, Washington.
Yeah, Washington. Joel, I know, like, so Joel's parents or his mom is pretty strict, and he's been self-quarantined at his house for over a month now, hasn't left. Yeah, so you're basically living under a rock, but you still have, like, Wi-Fi and stuff. How'd you not hear about this?
I'm gonna spend more time watching the news and less time watching Netflix.
Yeah, they're actually doing they did a pretty good job, apparently, of knocking out the virus, because they got up to 80,000 cases, and they shut down the whole city, and if you were found to have the virus, they didn't say self-quarantine at your house. They took you away and quarantined you in some, like, big building alone for 2 weeks, and you saw, like, no one.
I just don't think that would happen here.
No,
Definitely would
people.
not.
I mean, we started a quarantine, and with a month, people were coming outside of governors' houses with ARs.
I mean, you hear how they handle it
Let
in
little
North Korea,
Timmy
though?
out.
I hear they just shoot them.
Yeah, no, I heard that too. And I bet that's
horrible.
true. I bet that's true.
Oh,
Dude,
no.
I would
That is
hate
awful.
to have been born in North Korea. Man,
Me too,
you're lucky,
man. I'm so
You're
happy.
close.
I'm so happy I escaped. So happy I escaped. Yeah, did you guys hear? My dad might have died. Kim Jong-un, he had a heart condition, apparently.
No, it's okay. He got some donations.
Yeah.
Some
I'm
forced
sure they're
donations.
talking that up. I would not be surprised if he was just...
I can't wait.
God.
I can't wait till they make like a puppet out of his body and like tell the people that he's alive, and then just have this like puppet like hanging by strings, and they're like moving his arms like you do with like Andy in Toy Story, you know, like
Yeah.
poor people would believe it too.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, after all this talk of the disease scenario of the apocalypse, I feel like we should talk about the zombie apocalypse and what we would do, where we would go, how would we deal with
Zombie
it.
apocalypse. Where would we?
I'd-
I would go somewhere warm. I don't want to think about being cold. That would scare me.
That's
So
true.
I'd probably head down south. I don't know where though, because like I wouldn't want to be in the States. Too many crazy people.
Yeah, no, definitely not in the States.
Yeah,
Mexico is
right.
probably a better move.
I don't know, but there's like
I don't know.
I
They're very populated.
yeah, I might go to some island, to be honest. I might try to head out to an island. I'd hit up Texas and get some ARs, and then because you already know Texas has mad ARs, I'd go there and get some guns.
And then just put it to your face? or-
Texas is like
maybe.
Texas is like that squad in Infection or Infected in Modern Warfare where they're all just cooped up and they're shooting everyone.
Yeah, and they literally get the nuke and win. Like
Yeah.
they're the type of group that actually wins Infected. Where would you go, Chris?
That's a really good question. I have absolutely no clue. Probably somewhere cold, honestly. Opposite
What?
of you. No
Why?
offense. Nothing to do with you. Just I'd prefer the cold in that situation.
You would want to have to
Well,
work
actually,
to
that
not
would-
freeze in the winter.
That would be a
I feel
good
like a lot of
idea.
people would go to the warm.
Yeah, that's what I was
so,
thinking. It might be good to like go to like somewhere in Canada. No one's in Canada.
Yeah,
You know, like
true. Or Greenland.
yeah, no, that'd be horrible. You'd freeze to death.
Gotta make sure you have a generator if you're in Canada, though.
Yeah, that's true.
We can just go to Point Nemo.
Where would you go, Joel?
I know where I would go. My uncle on my dad's side has like a big plot of land. And that's the place that I would be going. And you guys are totally invited.
Hell yeah!
Aw, thanks, buddy.
All right. Now here's
You just go to like Point Nemo in the Pacific, where the closest people are the International Space Station.
Let's go to the
hard
moon.
to get to.
Let's just go to the moon and
Yeah.
we're good.
Just take a
You're
boat
right.
and like.
Here's two very important questions that go hand in hand. In a zombie apocalypse, and let's just take out guns. Everyone would say like, "Oh, I'd get like an M4 assault
Yeah,
rifle."
okay.
You know, what is your go-to weapon? And I mean, it can be. You can say a bow and arrow, but I don't want like something like, "Oh yeah, I'd get a fucking like AK-47." Of course you'd get that. No, I want your homemade fucking handheld weapon and your vehicle. And don't say Lambo, because that'd just be... Actually, you can say Lambo, you just die.
Yeah. Lambo for a joyride real quick and then die.
True. So what's yours, Chris? You're holding a knife. I can't tell if
That's
you don't
it?
like me
That's
or...
your ideal weapon right there?
That's it.
Are you fucking serious?
Alright.
No, of course not. I'd probably use like a ping pong paddle or something.
Which
Oh
end?
my god, Chris is dead.
Well, I know what mine would be. It would
What would it
be
be?
bow and arrow with like a chainsaw bayonet on the ends with like fire.
Let me give a little background to this. So Joel is not very strong, and we're gonna just imagine him trying to shoot a bow and arrow with a chainsaw. Yeah. You know, I don't think that would work
All right.
too
Take out the
well.
chainsaw. Put in like the Elder Wand.
Okay, that
Does that count?
I don't know.
All
They're
right,
not too sharp.
all right. Take out the Elder
Are
Wand.
like mythological
Put in Chris's
weapons
knife.
allowed in this?
Chris's knife. I like that. That's better.
It needs
I
to be
think-
sharpened, but
I think
What
I
was it?
would pick a trident. I would get some metal bars, try to weld it,
Yeah.
because my idea would be like you need something where you can hit them with a little range, and that you don't have to worry about like you could reuse it a lot, and also it could be good for other stuff like say like literally fishing. You can fish with a trident, right? So like I would
Yeah.
probably use a trident.
I see you.
Be like
you could just
Poseidon.
be Poseidon.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I make them bitches wet. Splash,
Pretty sure
splash,
if you have
drip.
trident, I'm pretty sure you can like breathe underwater. So
Yeah, I know, and that's where I'd hide until the zombies learn to
Yeah.
swim.
Do zombies have to breathe?
that
I don't
would.
think they do. I think they could just
That
be
would be
walking down on the bottom.
Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot.
Like you've played
Or-
Minecraft.
Yeah,
Can
but what
they?
if zombies like? I don't know if they breathe. What if they drowned and they just didn't realize it because
But
they have no brains?
If they get, well, yeah, they didn't realize they drowned, so they're still alive.
Oh damn, you're right.
Shucks.
All right, so but vehicle though, what are we doing? I'm getting like a Ram or a F-150 or something. I'm getting some kind of truck, like 100%.
Yeah.
I don't like trucks, but that 100% would be. I'm getting a 4x4 huge ass truck. I'm getting some huge ass rims on that piece, and I'm putting like a
Suspension.
yeah, and I'm
Alpha
getting
one.
one of those like shovel things at the front of that shit, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm putting that
Like
piece on it.
like a
A
snowplow.
shovel launcher.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm putting that shit on it. And then I'm having an AK in the back, obviously, with all.
Oh, yeah.
But no, it's definitely gonna be like a Ram truck. What about you guys?
I think I'd go ahead and deck out a bike in like armor, mount a gun on the front or something like
Bike.
that.
Okay.
Like a motorcycle.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be pretty evasive. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Good miles per gallon too.
probably gonna say motorcycle, but then I was thinking about like people shooting
You can
at
man
me.
the gun on the
like,
back of
if
mine.
people
Yeah.
like start turning against you.
That's what I was worried about. Like, I could hide in a car, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I don't think zombies can ride motorcycles though. So like,
No, he's talking about
pretty sure
people
if they see you, they're gonna know.
because like people can
Oh.
attack you too.
Oh, I got you.
So I would say like
If they want you.
there's like a
If they want my
car
bike.
of any sort, honestly, as long as it's got like armor, I'm good. If it can turn into like a boat somehow.
I said a realistic fucking car, okay?
Hey
We're not-
man, there
we're-
are cars that can be boats, right?
We're not all Batman, okay?
Oh, okay, all right.
Tesla
Yeah, I guess
Cybertruck.
I wouldn't really have that available. So
Yeah.
Oh, you should get the Tesla Cybertruck.
I was
Nobody's
thinking
getting through
that.
your window.
You're
I was-
right.
Oh,
So-
well,
Unless they
maybe.
throw like a metal ball at it and it just shatters your window, you know?
All right, guys, that is the end of episode 2 of Hose and Boats. Thank you all for
Yo.
listening. This is Chris Toaster out.
See you guys. D Willie out.
And just Joel saying goodbye. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.